Hey guys, so I decided that today I'd make some brownies, and I've had a lot of people who have asked about my recipe for brownies because they are so good. So I'm going to show you guys how I do it. So right now I've just got some water that's just steaming on the stove, and I'm just going to put a bowl over that to make like a double boiler. And I've got 2 sticks of unsalted butter, and I'm putting that in. And this is 4 ounces of Semisweet chocolate, and it is Ghirardelli. And then this is 4 ounces of Bittersweet chocolate, and it's also Ghirardelli, as you can see. It is so good. So while these are melting down, it shouldn't take them too long, but I'll check on them again in just a minute. But I've got the oven preheating to 350 degrees. So over here, I am going to put 4 eggs, and I use pasture-raised eggs. So I'm going to crack 4 eggs into another bowl. The eggs are going to be your leavening agent because we don't need baking soda or baking powder or anything like that for brownies. So the eggs will do the leavening. Now, to this mixture, the eggs, I'm going to add a cup of the Florida Crystal sugar. And then I'm going to add a cup of firmly packed brown sugar. As you can see, that was firmly packed. And I'm also going to add a half of a teaspoon of salt. And I use the pink Himalayan salt. You can use whatever kind of salt you want. And then I'm going to add some pure vanilla extract. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of this pure vanilla extract. So that's 1, 2. I'm going to mix this up right fast. It's not going to take long just to get it all combined. See how that sugar mixes in with the eggs, vanilla. That's all that takes. So I'm going to check over here to see if this is starting to melt yet. And as you can see, it's beginning to melt. I'm just going to keep it stirred up until we get it a nice melted consistency. You don't want to melt chocolate too quickly because it can seize up on you. So I've got it on low. So it's going to take it a few minutes to get melted. So I think it's getting smooth now. As you can see, it took a few minutes, but the chocolate's pouring very smoothly. So I'm going to remove this from the heat. The bowl itself is not that hot, but you want to try to keep the steam out of it. So I'm going to move that over here to this side. And I'm going to spoon just a little bit of it into this mixture here. Since it's hot, I'm just going to do a little and mix that in first. And then I'm going to get my scraper, and I'm going to add the rest of the chocolate to the egg mixture. Now I'm going to mix this all together. And I'm just mixing it on low because it doesn't take a really strong mix. Now I'm going to add in 1 cup of flour, and I've used this Bob's Red Mill. It's an organic flour, all-purpose, and so that's what I'm going to add in. There's a fruit fly in here trying to get to my food. I'm just going to mix that flour in until it's incorporated. Now I'm going to take my scraper and I'm going to scrape the sides of the bowl and scrape down to the bottom just to make sure everything's mixed in. And it is. So I'm going to pour it into a 9 by 13 dish, which I have here with parchment paper in it. Doesn't it look amazing? Try to scrape it all out. We don't want to leave any of it behind because that stuff's too good. And I'm just going to kind of level it out. And this is going to go into that 350-degree oven. I'm going to check it at 20 minutes. Just to see if it's getting close to being done. But I will do like a toothpick test with my cake tester just to see if it comes out clean. If it comes out clean, it's done. If not, leave it in for another 5 or 10 minutes, but 5 at a time. So I'll come back whenever I'm ready to take them out. All right, I do believe these brownies are ready now. It has been almost half an hour. I did check them at 20 minutes and then I checked them again at 25 minutes. They still were not done, but they definitely are now. You can see how they've risen, and that's just the leavening from the eggs. But we're gonna let them cool, and once they cool, I'll cut them and you can see what they look like. So it took them a while to cool, but I did cut them, and just look at that, y'all. You would not believe how good these are and how good they smell and taste. They are fantastic. Gotta try them.